Every poem has a story. Every story has a plot. Some come from truth, some just a thought. But oh, what happens when they become a song? They say a picture fades, but music plays on. I'm getting older, not much to do, so I reminisce on a family I never knew. This one's a thought I couldn't ignore, a memory of memories knocking once more. A trip to Newfoundland long ago, old photos and stories still softly glow. Now, 50 years on, I'm thinking again of cousins and kin and where they've all been. Of memories. There's social media names to scroll through, to catch up on time we somehow outgrew. So I reached out, not sure who I'd find, and a cousin replied, which started the climb. 100 cousins, still strangers by name, but reaching out sparked the memory flame. It's a family mist with few moments to share, but we're changing that now because we care. Remembering only memories of memories. Memories you never forget. You kind of borrow, kind of mend from the faces and feelings that never end. Maybe still just remembering memories of memories. I wonder if we'll ever get together. The few who still wonder with me. We can't change the time gone by, but we have stories to tell. There'll be more than just remembering. Enjoy the remembering of memories. Yeah. Yeah. You were always quiet as a mouse, busy as a bee, cool as a cucumber, and happy as a clam. That's what they said of me. But no one saw the storms I kept locked tight inside, or the tears I dried alone, the nights I swallowed pride. They said I was strong as an ox, wise as an owl, fit as a fiddle, and buff as a towel. But they never saw me flinch when the lights went low, or how often I'd break when I was alone. I played the part they needed, kept my edges smooth, but every crack I covered just deepened the groove. Now I won't fake strong or smile through the strain. If quiet wins medals, I'm done with the game. Why do we fall? So we learn how to stand. Why do we rise? we were bright as a button, light on our feet, sharp as a needle and sweet as a treat. But no one saw the shadows that crept in at night, or the lies we told ourselves just to feel alright. They said we were clean as a whistle, fresh as the dew, tough as leather, and loyal through and through. But we hid every doubt like a scar on our soul, smiled through the ache just to stay in control. So keep the stories, we won't say a word, just more nails in a coffin, too long unheard. We're no longer echoes fading in air. This time it's our silence that says we were there. Why do we fall? So we learn how to stand. Why do we rise? 'Cause it's not in the plan. To break and stay broken, to bow and stay small. We've swallowed our silence, now we're done with it all. Yeah, that was the last free fall.
It's a 1971 flashback. How is your medley? Back in 71, the world made sense. A burger for a dime and rent wasn't dense. Gas was cheap, milk was a buck. You could furnish a home with a decent truck. Mustang purred for 3,500 flat, and a house with a yard, 15 grand just like that. We had dollars in paper, coins with weight, pennies and silver that carried their fate. But me, I was chasing something big on the screen. VCR, camcorder, living the dream. 27 inches, cathode ray glow, 4 grand I dropped. Had to have the show, you know me, I had to have a TV. Didn't care what it cost, just needed to see. While others bought couches or saved for the shed, I was watching the world on that RCA instead. From that flicker and fuzz to a color-filled spree, you know me, I had to have a TV. Fast forward, present 2025. Now everything's 10 times what it used to be. My car's 35 grand, my house 1.5 easy. Still go to the movies, still gas up the ride. Furnished the place, paid triple the price. Phones in every hand, all smart and sly. A grand a piece, streaming shows as they fly. They scroll and tap, but I ain't impressed. I've got my deck, and the flat screen's best. I've got a 50-inch outside just hanging free. 4 more inside from 43 to 60. Hardly use my phone much, don't play them games. TV still hits me the same. You know me, I had to have a TV. Back when 4 grand bought that CRT. While everything did I mention I have a 50-inch outside just hanging free? 4 more inside from 43 to 60. The last one I just wore, 50 inches, 50 pounds. Then smart TV, 500 bucks. Then smart TV. 500.
It's not a stairway to heaven or a highway to hell. I was born to run with a whole lot of love to sell. Carried a sweet child of mine, kind of smile. Been reeling in the years with every mile. The boys are back in town and they rock and roll all night, with a piece of my heart and some sweet emotion to fight. I didn't need no American woman to light my fire. I was back in black, climbing higher and higher and higher. From London calling to the Grange back roads, we'd walk this way with Bear Cumberland in tow. Go your own way, that's what she said, while dream on breathe inside my head. Smells like Teen Spirit was thick in the air when my soul said, don't stop believing, we're almost there. We were under pressure, had nowhere to run, but born in the USA, we still chase the sun. She said, I wanna hold your hand, be my Johnny, be good. But I was paranoid, just misunderstood. Layla left me with comfortably numb pain. Now my generation won't love the same. Sweet Home Alabama played on repeat, with more than a feeling burning in the heat. We met by the watchtower at midnight sharp, with sultans of swing and a steel string harp. I didn't need no American woman to light my fire. I was back in black, climbing higher and higher and higher. He rolled in with pride and joy, said not a word, while American Pie played like something unheard. We were free bird, wild and born to be wild too, with a purple haze hanging over the blue. I said, imagine a world where you really got me. She laughed and poured rocks and some tea. Now I can't drive 55, just leave me alone, with light my fire set to a more than a feeling tone. I'd love to know what they're thinking when they write their songs. Was it heartbreak? Was it freedom or righting some wrongs? Were they chasing a dream or just trying to feel? Did they bleed on the strings just to make it real? Does the title say it all, or is there more underneath? Each story hits like a memory wrapped in a beat, the kind that echoes through every jukebox and backseat. I'd love to know what they're thinking when they write their song. What were you thinking? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What were you thinking? He taught me in a way about care and concern, about care and concern and
I thought about him for the longest time. He was an accident waiting to happen. A full-blown drunk by 12. Sometimes, while leaning over the backyard railing looking down at our gardens, I see him there. There in my mind's eye and remember. At 14, hooked on hash and grass, LSD dreams fading fast. Suicide lingered like smoke in the air, but he didn't see it, didn't care. Pockmarked skin and tangled red curls, a ghost misplaced in the living world. I told my folks I was out witnessing, but maybe I just saw him glistening. A fragile boy, shadows in his stare. His hurt echoed pains I'd barely share. So I watched, and when I could, I'd be there. Some things you know, so you don't let go. The need to protect and the need to heal, even if the outcome is programmed and real. So you don't let go. Some things you know. Just me and the gang, November night cold, bonfire blazing, stories bold. He was high again, mumbling soft. Watched me walk to Buffalo, and he was off. He stepped into the lake like it called his name. I followed close, said we're there, it's the same. We walked back out, the gang cheered loud, just like the day I pulled him from the crowd. Yanked him out of traffic's path, both of us breathless, dodging wrath. Some things you know, so you don't let go. The need to protect and the need to heal, even if the outcome is programmed and real. So you don't let go. Some things you know. Then came the viaduct, cold and gray, on our way downtown to meet halfway. Climbed the railing, eyes full of storm, said I can fly, defying form. Watch me, he whispered, too far to reach. I stepped but froze, too late to teach. He leaned and dropped, no final sound. 16 years and now he's gone. I stood and stared as the cops arrived. Not a word from me, just silence survived. It wasn't suicide, I really don't think, just a painful truth we failed to link. A life undone by the world's cruel spin, the drugs, the booze not fitting in. Some things you know, so you don't let go. The need to protect and the need to heal, even if the outcome is programmed and real. So you don't let go. Some things you know. They said it was murder, but it wasn't that clear. Wrong place, wrong time. It was a cabbie who paid the price. The kid was strung out, selling just a score. Then he crossed his dealer, stole and came back for more. Two men sent to find him outside that bar, waiting in the shadows, didn't have to look far. He stepped out of the cab, didn't know what was in store. They showed him the bat, started punching, he hit the floor. The cabbie saw the beating and ran to pull him back, but justice don't show mercy when you're caught in its attack. I never met Uncle Lindy, the cabbie they beat that night. They blamed the druggie who cried and held him. Man, that don't sit right. He blamed himself, but only him and my uncle knew the worst day of their life in full view. In a concrete tomb, for standing over a man in gloom. The truth don't shine
of their life in full view. How do you sleep when the blood won't fade? How do you live with the price you pay? Every night he closed his eyes, Cabby's face behind the cries. Years went on, but the pain stayed near. Freedom came, but never clear. I never met Uncle Lindy, the cabbie they beat that night. They blamed the druggie who cried and held him. Man, that don't sit right. He blamed himself, but only him and my uncle knew the worst day of their life in full view. I never knew my Uncle Lindy, just stories and silence where his name should have lived. But I do know this: the man they blamed didn't swing the bat. He just touched a soul that never let go. And I won't be the one who tells it wrong.